The day was November 15th, 2022. A day which saw the start of ITV going completely different, because after almost 10 years of ITV's main channel being called ITV, it was actually going to return to being called ITV1, and it did. But in my eyes, I saw everything that would come next, and this is what led to the ITV rebrand of 2022, and was kind of my favourite rebrand of all time. What can we start off with a retrospective by talking about the before then? It was early 2022, and in March it was announced that ITV would launch ITVX, a new streaming service which was described as the UK's freshest streaming service, and it was revealed and will launch later in 2022, around October to December that year. And that was set to replace ITV Hub that year, but when something like that happens, would we get anything coming out of it? Because when ITV rebranded the ITV network in 2013, we had ITV1 to ITV, we had ITV2 being red, which ended up becoming turquoise, Midnight for ITV3, and Grey for ITV4, and in 2014 saw the launch of ITVB, which is kind of more of ITV2 but just more reality stuff. Well, before that we did have shows announced for ITVX, and we found out ITV could launch ITVX right before the 2022 FIFA World Cup, because I assume this is what they did, and although BBC's already announced it, ITV was the broadcasting rights for it, but then ITV announced that popular reality show that was known for controversy and the like was coming back in 2023, and you know what that show was? Big Brother, a show which had a bunch of controversies, a bunch of winners, and a star-studded celebrity series, and that was going to air on ITV2, which when it aired, it actually had a bunch of success. Streams on ITVX, multiple ratings, which did kind of decrease in 2024, and did lead to the return of Celebrity Big Brother, and that had a bunch of success. But what could have come around them, especially with the announcement that we had a bunch of shows and more? But then, it was announced on October 5th, 2022, yes, in 2022, it was announced that ITV would rebrand its main channel back to ITV1, and which would also see ITV2, 3, 4 and ITVB get the same treatment. Basically, a new look that would complement this rebrand. And this was actually originally was going to launch on November 3rd, 2022, but unfortunately, like most of my stuff, it was actually delayed to the day of November 15th, 2022, which was a Tuesday, and November 3rd was also a Tuesday, and that was when we got shown this on our screens for the very first time. Then,
well, here we are with a brand new look for you. Start your day with us now here on ITV1. It's Good Morning Britain.
We saw some other identical idents later on, which is shown on screen. And then, on November 17th, 2022, 2 days after the launch of ITV1 and the entire rebrand, we saw the soft launch of ITVX. And on my end, I do remember having something to do with that. And that was, when I was in school, I went to itv.com on my school Chromebook and saw it. Then, when I came home, yes, and then I saw it happen to the app, and I did send one of my mates some screenshots and messages, especially ATA who said "Sheesh," and I kind of, though ITV had some problems, especially with ITVX, like pictures, audio problems most likely, but did launch on December 8th, a month later, a couple of weeks after that, and that's what we got. But unfortunately, CITV, the channel that is meant for children, didn't actually get rebranded, which honestly you would say why, but honestly it did kind of fit the branding though, because it was already set to be closed in 2023 with ITVX Kids, which is actually a streaming service version, like a fast channel for ITVX, which honestly in my opinion on ITVX is not perfect, but was decent, and I sometimes use ITVX for streaming services, and you can literally just find your good shows in case you like drama, like award-winning shows like Joan, Fight Night, and the show Until I Kill You as well. But it is perfect, honestly. But honestly, it kind of does bad with some problems and the motive of ads. But that was before the World Cup, and that's when we thought did give us more idents and even special ones, Christmas, and that's kind of about it. We did actually end up getting more idents in the coming weeks and the coming months. But honestly, what do I say about it? It was kind of good. It was a good execution to do it. But that is kind of about it for this video. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, and peace out.